16.
What's initiative? What's the short
Rue?
name?
Oh, for me,
12.
12.
Gotcha.
1, 2.
Gotcha. That's unboosted for everybody, by the way. I don't
Yes.
need to know your boosted results.
Yeah, and zipped up.
There it is. 6. Plus 6.
So 13.
16.
16.
Okay.
I could have sworn she said 12. I'm pretty sure she said 12.
Ooh.
Yes.
That was 9.
Mine's plus 7, so it's 14.
Gotcha. And then we're just waiting on Rob, who I've got here in any case. Tarrant should be pretty good if I remember correctly.
16 before
Something like
he's
that.
yeah. He's got plus
Yeah.
9, plus 10.
So he's 16 until he boosts, and then if he's in a vehicle, not a problem. Yeah, I remember that's how it goes. Okay. Right.
Give a re-explanation of what's happening.
Hmm?
A re-explanation of what's happening.
Oh, well, not much right now. You guys are
Cool.
in a truck driving down the road.
Danny
That's
has
fine.
her microwave ready for when the other AV6s arrive.
Okay, so basically you guys have really fucked over my campaign. Sorry for using the language.
Blame
I blame
No, you're
Peter.
not.
I blame Peter completely, yeah. Okay, because, information that was supposed to gradually unravel, he's got all at one stage. Okay. So long story short, you guys are about a third of the way to your destination, and you've managed to figure out that something really, really big has gone down. Okay. There is a massive corporate attention on this particular truck. Like way more than would normally be the case for a delivery of potentially illicit goods. Okay. You've gotten the impression that whoever is doing this was caught short, and they are busy scrambling to try and get different people to slow the truck down while they get their big thrust together. And you know that that big thrust involves AV6, military units, well, corporate units that don't want to be military, and that they're throwing as much as they can in the way to try and slow you guys down. But it's all been kind of like a buckshot application so far. So, for example, the gangbangers that were in the Night City were like their first just throw random bodies, and they have been throwing bodies all over the countryside. They've got contract nomad gangs that they've been throwing left, right, and center. You guys have actually managed to miss all of them. Okay, but there are a lot of them that are being pumped up with money. There is multiple tens of thousands of euros that is being flung at people that may not even be in a position to intercept. So it's really kind of weird. You guys have got a big bounty on your head for, I don't know, for a cargo that fits into at the back of this truck. I mean, unless it's, I mean, heck, that truck of drugs that you guys blew up, even that wouldn't get this much attention. Okay. So, long story short, at some point in the future, you guys have got a serious intervention squad coming your way. Guys that will have military grade equipment, military grade AVs, definitely trained and with a serious hard on for getting this truck back. In the interim, though, you've got a lot of wannabes, nomad packs, gangbangers, random mercenaries, whoever they can find, just flung about in a sort of shotgun effect across the southern plains, trying to find you. Luckily enough, Peter, you've managed to hack into the various satellites and get some information. You do know that there's 3 definite possible interception points. Based on what you know now, you think that the one that's coming out now, the San Rano cityscape, probably not going to be that military one because they're still struggling to get it together. If you think about it, they've literally had, what, 2.5, 3 hours. So it's not completely together yet. But you do have an intimation that there's probably something that can happen at San Reno and is going to happen. Trying to find out what that is, though, is going to be a little bit more tricky. You've got a direct feed into the AV6. So they are busy trying to, how to say it, manage things. But it's all taking place via telephones and stuff that you don't actually have access to. In other words, not via the computers. So whatever they're trying to get organized for San Rano, it's definitely not military spec. It's definitely not encoded digital transmissions and things like that. It's old school. You know, it's cell phone contacts and stuff like that. I will give you an opportunity to use your library search to see if you can hack into one of the orbital satellites that's overlooking the place, and maybe get a little bit more of an inkling of what could be going on. So, you want to take a chance on that?
The way he's going, might as well just hack the military satellite.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet.
Not the greatest role.
Okay, what's your total?
I don't know.
Okay, your library search is 6, but I'm not looking at your die roll because I can't find it.
Really? It's right there.
Yeah, I know I can't find that screen. I've got too many open. 4.
Okay,
Okay, so you
it's
got
4.
a
It's
10.
4.
Okay, so you got a 10. That's basic information. Unfortunately, all you can really get is into like the picture views, so you can't see any details that the digitals would be bringing in. The only thing, yeah, you can't actually notice anything much of what's going on here. You know, it's a city. You don't know patterns. You don't know anything like this. It might be a good idea to try and get somebody else to take a look at this.
Team.
Who's-
Who in our team
Only there was a
logical
techie
choices?
somewhere.
Can't hear you, Peter.
I don't know who on our team is the logical choice for this.
That's a very good point, actually. I'd have you try and make a social check here.
Give it to Rob. Rob's always good for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, give it a rub.
You're all gonna die.
Another
10.
4.
Okay,
10.
I can't give you any guidance here, dude. You're in a you don't know what's going on. You don't know who to talk to. Choose a random name at the draw of a hat. Roll a d6.
Roll a d6 or choose a name.
No, roll a
Choose a name.
d6. We'll make it completely random.
But I think I would rather choose someone.
Okay, who would you choose?
I'll go with Thea.
Fair enough. Okay.
I knew it. Wow.
Okay. So the little dwarf wants you to take a look at a satellite picture of a town you've never seen in a country that you've just been in for like a couple of months.
I'm gonna look at him and say,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah.
All the streets are laid out in lines. Well done. Apparently America likes straight lines.
Very nice picture. Move on.
Yeah. Okay, Dan, I will let you, sorry, not Dan, Danny, I will let you make a, what? Education and general knowledge check?
Intelligence roll?
Yeah.
Intelligence?
Yeah, it's an intelligence skill of some sort, but, I mean,
Do you want me to roll intelligence?
no, education. So you've got an education skill, roll a d10, add your education, tell me what you get.
Where the frack do I find education?
It's under education
Don't
skills.
need no education.
Double negatives. False adjectives.
Okay, cool. So an education will not a teacher. Yeah.
Yep.
Do-do-do-boo.
D10.
Frack hell. Okay, plus 5.
Oh
so
God.
No,
No, Danny. You gotta
Danny,
roll that
you
one
need
again.
to roll another d10 to see how badly you
How
fucked up.
badly I messed up. Yep.
Mhm.
Oh
Ooh.
wow! Oh
Oh
fuck!
god, a lot of
That
fuck
needed
up.
to be the other way around.
You just
Okay.
found coffee on my machine.
Literally looking pictures thing. Nice.
Yeah. You short circuit Peter's
Yep.
I
computer.
bet you a comment is like, "Hey, that's not a porn site. This is a porn site." Ding.
You'll start looking at something I can tinker with and then accidentally break it.
It's not even that. Okay, it's
Does he
possibly
say
the
something
worst.
dumb like, "Oh, hey, you guys still spying on so and so?"
It's pretty much that. Okay. Yeah, Danny,
Why are we still looking at this person?
yes, basically you fuck up in a big way. Okay.
Yeah.
And you say
Well
something
done, Peter.
really
Good choice, Peter.
Peter. Peter's the one. Yeah, nice blame deflection. Yeah. Okay. Okay, no, basically you say something really obvious, like, okay, about getting the stream in, but you can't tell what you're looking at, and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And it becomes blindingly obvious then that Peter is using some sort of communications to the entire truck, that he's using some sort of communications outside of what Link is looking at.
He hasn't told us this before.
He has, but he's kept it secret, remember? Because he doesn't want
Alright.
Link or Kerwick or Stripe to know about it.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm glad
Specifically,
you're way out of this, Peter.
he
He's
doesn't
not
want.
just communicating with Danny in general. He's don't want to keep trying to tell things.
Yes. Okay.
We now established it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay. And in fact, it is an incredibly bad idea. Okay. Because Link does a couple of things. Okay. He turns and he looks over and he's got this confused look on his face. And then he gets a sort of like a thinking look on his face. And then he turns back to his keyboard and he starts typing rather quickly.
John, just a reminder, I ended off sitting behind him. Can I possibly prod him and deter him from doing that?
It depends entirely on how much you want to deter, yes.
Yeah.
When you say deter, you're talking about a polite excuse me, or are you talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a pump full of
just-
drugs.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Just wait. Just trying to find the weapons portfolio.
Oh, the paralytics. Where's the paralytics? Where's the good stuff?
Close the weapons portfolio. Just hold. No, I just want to see what's in a hypo. I can at least prod him with a needle.
Does this smell like drugs to
you're
you?
a combat medic, so besides the actual the uppers and the downers that you've got, remember you've definitely got anethazine of some sort.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Yeah, no, I'm just going to prod him politely in the side going, don't do that, buddy. Just don't,
Okay,
We're on.
so you're going to try and intimidate.
I want to say yes, but I don't have intimidate. I might have persuasion.
Yeah, you can use persuasion, social, intimidate, anything like that.
Yeah,
Okay, you can use social.
yeah. Because it's
That's
not
all
the only thing I've got.
Okay. When you are poking him in the side, are you poking him with anything specific or just, like your finger?
No, it will
Because-
be hypo.
Hey.
That's not my finger.
Sexual harassment.
No. The reason for that is that if you use a gun, you get bonuses.
No, it won't be a weapon. It will be a hypodermic of some sort.
Never built a gun before. A bazooka.
I'm just trying to find. That's a patch. Shit.
No, don't worry. I'm going to give you a standard +2.
Yep.
Because he doesn't know what's in the
What's in there.
hypodermic. Okay.
Yes.
But I'm going to assume that it's a numbing agent or
Yeah.
a
I was
quick.
trying to see. I wanted to see if I had anything very specific
Methamphetamine.
underneath my the stung or the coax, which are both air hypos.
Yeah.
But the coax is going to put it into a frenzy / aggression / delusions.
Probably
So I
not a
don't
good
know
idea.
if we should do that to the driver.
No. Link is not the driver.
Not the
Link is the
sorry,
communication
sorry,
specialist.
comms guy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. But basically, yeah, you blah blah blah. I need you to make a social roll now. You get a +2 bonus.
Dun, dun, dun. Yay! That's 4 plus. 15's 19.
19.
I'll
Okay,
toss in a luck point to make it a 20.
fair enough. Okay. He gets to make an opposed roll on that.
Nice one, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, fuck it.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I
Okay.
smell anything?
No, you don't smell anything. But yeah, of all of the options that he had, for example, yelling out to Kerwick, oh my God, they're trying to take out the communications guy. Somebody deal with this, shoot the guy who's betraying us all in the head. He decides to go for the okay option instead.
Eddie?
Okay. Yeah, no, he folds like a wet paper towel,
Excellent.
which really removes any opportunity for excitement here. Okay. But
Yes, that's what I do.
yeah, okay. Basically, he folds like a wet paper towel, and just stops, and then sort of like looks at you and goes, "So how long have you guys known?"
How old are you, buddy? That long.
From the beginning.
Okay. Uh, you know, Kerwick probably looks over at this because he can't see the hyper, and he's like, what the fuck? He's looking at you with this sort of like, what are you doing? What are you guys talking about? How far do you want to take this? What do you want to do?
We what now?
No, we could always lay down that we suspected him and came to be that he really was a treacherous little whore.
We
Or
lied.
we can
We
play
came
cool
from the
guy.
beginning.
Or you could
We
lie and
learned
just
all along.
and put him have him in your back pocket kind of thing. Like, you work for us now, buddy.
Exactly. You belong to us now. Double agents.
Step away from
No.
the keyboard in the meantime might be a good idea as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
just why don't you take a break now?
Okay.
Like,
We are,
the
John, sorry, just to
Yes.
interrupt quickly. We are, in fact, moving again, right?
Oh yes, the truck is moving. You're about, what, 20, 30 minutes out of San Rano now?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't recall climbing back into the truck, but I don't remember my motorcycle getting totaled. Was there anybody else still on a motorcycle with me? Besides, it's a separate motorcycle.
Nope.
Okay, so it's just
Uh,
me on the back of the motorcycle outside.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, alright, just checking. Alright. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yep, that's it. So you don't know any of this that's happening right now.
Yeah.
But Kerwick, of course, is a little bit like, what the fuck's going on, guys? I need you to fill me in now. I assume that you do fill Kerwick in.
With bullets. I mean, yes.
Okay. And you can see that Kerwick's a little bit stunned by this. He's like, okay, so communications are compromised. He can't get back to headquarters. He can't get any information. Anything he says is going to go to that AV that's busy watching. There's a possibility of an ambush coming up at any point in the future, and the truck has got like a massive, massive bounty on it. And yeah, Kerwick's not the sort to panic, but you can see he's pretty close to it because this shit is not what he was looking for. If he does not want this to be a clusterfuck. He wants this to be a shining example on his resume, and he's willing to kill people if it's not going to be that way. Luckily enough, he's got a scapegoat right in front of him in the form of Link. Needless to say, Link's not particularly happy about this.
okay.
Yeah, lots of harsh words are spread. There's lots of swearing, and then Link basically begins to figure out how much you guys know, and he's like stunned. He is literally like, how did you figure this out? How could you, this is impossible.
Sheer good
He
looks.
was gonna find out sooner or later, right?
So guys,
Friends sell them out.
John, the AV
Yep.
that's tailing us, is that visual or transponder?
It's transponder and very, very faint visual.
Okay.
Like,
So
they can see
anybody
you
feel
through
like-
their scopes.
So anybody feel like false flagging that guys, attaching a transponder to a drone and making it go fuck off in the distance?
Ah.
That's
Just
not
bring
a
it
bad-
out there.
Mhm. That's not a bad idea. And then you can actually go take the truck in a different direction or something like that.
There we go.
I
Okay.
could make.
We can make a truck, don't we know? Brag, brag, brag.
Not quite, no. Okay. What you need to do is have something mounted onto the actual drone that looks enough like a transponder, but it's also got enough of an electronic signature that it looks like the truck itself as well.
Mm.
Because, if the transponder goes off by itself, but there's no engine electronics or communications coming from it, it's going to be like, hey, the transponder just went that way. Where's the rest
And-
of the truck?
And drag a heater blanket from it, so it's got
Yes.
a big reflective surface.
That true. Okay. Now, if only you had a drone running around that you could use.
I don't know. I just drone. That's about it.
Hmm.
So, anybody feel like actioning said plan or coming in with some feedback, or shooting it down, or anything?
Any moment now.
Okay, Danny and
Terrible
Dan.
idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, we attach it to Thea, make him run.
Hey, no. No.
Sorry, not Thea, Tarot.
You colossal fucker.
Hey, wow. Does not mean that sacrifices need to be made, right? Jeez.
Or
Cutting you loose.
let's
You're a liability.
Wow.
Oh, true, we do have
Oh,
a link
dear.
attached to.
But guys, we've got that truck at the back with all those meatheads. We could just strap it to that and send them off.
There we go.
Now we're thinking.
With Danny on top of it.
There we go.
Hey,
Make sure
damn it.
it's working. We want the transponder to be pedal powered.
Mad Max style. All right,
Okay.
Peter.
Yeah.
We were talking about you, dude.
I missed that.
Sorry, there was drones involved, so
Okay.
We lost him a drone.
Fine.
oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry, I crashed something.
Was it a truck? Because that would make this very interesting.
No, it was
Nervous.
mid-arena battle on Star Wars.
Okay.
Okay, what do you guys need me to do with my drones?
Let Danny have a play with them.
No.
I can tinker.
We know what happened the last time those two teamed up together.
I mean, statistically, that won't happen. Oh, we die.
Everybody inside the truck
No
dies.
idea what Danny does.
Drone
Well,
with
to be-
missiles and it fucking shoots us.
Well, to be fair, you know, the last thing that she worked on was the microwaver, and as far as I know, we're
It's
not
still
all
fine.
we're not all sterile yet, so that was good.
There we go. See,
Good
I'm
for
not
you.
all bad. Keep me for a reason.
Yeah, this is true. So basically, if you can Shanghai that drone together with the transponder, with a big thermal blanket and a couple of other things, and then you can send it down the road, you guys should be able to avoid detection, hopefully, for at least a short period of time. Unfortunately, a truck is a very big thing, so
Especially
they'll,
our
prob-
one.
they'll probably be able to recapture you fairly soon, just, if they've got any orbital or even aerial assets. But it will give you a tiny bit of time to, I don't know, dart off somewhere, go somewhere else, do something else.
Any mines, shafts, any topography like that floating around while you
Don't
guys
know.
had the aerial
Anybody got-
cam.
First of all, let's do some rolling here. Danny, I need you to either make a basic tech or cyber tech roll on this drone, just to see what you can do to it and how you can get it running. It's at the very bottom of your skills chart. At the same time, anybody got any geology, geography, even basic education skills will come in handy here.
Ooh. No.
I've got education.
I mean, I fucking doubt it.
Oh, wait, no, yes, I have education. I
Oh,
knew
right.
I got education. I'm
Yeah.
No,
smart.
that's education. Nick.
Education
Yeah.
and math. Or is that math? I can't read properly.
That's math.
You should have
That's
thought
only
math.
9.
I don't know anything as specific as geography and stuff like that. I just
Yeah.
education
Uh,
skill.
No, you
Why?
did get stuff, but I don't think anybody's got it because
Well,
it wouldn't make a difference.
I'm not
Um,
in the truck anyway, so.
Jen, Thea, I'm going to hit you guys with a -2 penalty because I'm a bitch and because you're not from the area. But
John?
other than that,
I'm not in the truck though.
so you wouldn't get to make a check in
No.
that case.
And
I have
would-
2 education.
Drix know with his recon skill.
That's a very good point. Drix would probably be an absolutely brilliant one for this.
If you can remember.
Yeah. Drix?
She's actually not in the room at the moment.
Oh man, I feel like she's really taking part here.
She's in the kitchen at the moment.
Where she
Okay.
belongs.
So,
She belongs, yes.
Wow.
okay. So first things first, Danny, I see you rolled a 3. Was that for
Hi.
your cyber tech or for your basic education?
My basic tech.
Your basic bit.
Basic
Yeah.
tech. Okay, so this is you trying to put things together. Okay,
Yeah.
so you
Apparently,
effectively
I'm just not with it and shook it.
doesn't actually matter. You've still got a 20, which is pretty freaking awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Remember, you're good at what you do. Putting a heat blanket onto the drone, jury-rigging a transponder onto it, altering something else so that it'll put out enough electronics. Heck, that blanket you've actually wired directly into the drone's battery, so it'll actually take an electric charge and it'll look a little bit hot, just like the engine would. Okay. It's unfortunately it's also going to drop the range of the drone, which means it's only going to be able to travel at about 40 miles an hour for 3 hours instead of 4. But you know, they'll probably realize in about half an hour that they've got a problem, so not much of an issue there. Okay, so that's great. Education, you can make a check. Yeah, Ron, you can make a check. And then, yeah, if and when Shirai gets back, I'd really like her to make a wilderness survival check, adding her recon. Okay.
Oh, Peter could just roll
Yeah.
for her.
Yep,
Yeah,
meow.
it'd be well for her, yeah.
Okay, fair point.
It's a comp. It's my
Aw.
comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny,
How's
you've
10?
only got a 3, so yeah.
3. Oh, because you're penalizing me on.
Yep, because you ain't
Yeah,
from America. So you're like, okay, we're in the Badlands. Yay. Okay.
It's
Right.
17.
Not good.
desert-ish looking.
Not good at all.
It's all right.
Where would it fall under on a character sheet? Survival instead.
Survival wilderness first, and then she gets to add half her recon, so effectively 14 plus whatever you roll.
Okay, so it's 16. Survival wilderness is okay. Is it 2? 7 int plus 2,
Yeah, plus 1 is 10.
and then you said that other thing.
Half her recon, which is 8, so it's 4, so it's 14.
It was plus 23, wasn't it?
Okay, so is it 16 total then?
Did you roll a
Oh
2?
wait, where's the roll? Oh, Sarai called herself Ruan for some reason.
Fuck's sake. Let's change that.
Really?
What?
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 Idiot.
Yeah, that ain't fun. In fact, yeah, change it and then roll the dice again. Thank you. That's better. Okay, so that's a 20. Okay, Drix, I know there's a couple of places around here, but of course the big and obvious one is that in a tiny while, if you hook a left, you're still on one of the main freeways. It's not going the direction that you want it to go in, but where it is going to go is to a tunnel.
Mhm.
So you drive the truck into the tunnel, and you spend, I don't know, 5-10 minutes there, and then you can turn the truck around, move it around to the other side. Effectively, they're not going to know where the heck you are, and they're going to be starting from a complete and utter, like, shit, where did they go? Because if they backtrack any satellite or orbitals, they're going to have that 10-minute gap, and their circle is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and meanwhile, you're going to be inside the circle.
Mhm.
Sounds like a good idea.
The winner chicken dinner.
Hmm?
Yeah, sounds good, John.
Yeah. The only question that I now want to have answered is, okay, so if you manage to shake them, what are you going to do then? Because you've probably only got anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes worth of free time before they do manage to find you. Darting into the tunnel and then coming back out either side will probably give you another, anywhere between 5 and 25 extra minutes. But what are you going to do with that? I mean, the truck is a blinding target. You're going to need to do something about that.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
Any
Rude.
largish towns in the area?
San Rano.
Anybody I know with a truck in San Rano?
Vegas,
Anybody with a
baby.
big truck that I know in San Rano?
Possibly. Make a social check.
That don't fuck it up.
Here's the 1.
Oh, John, don't you?
12.
What's that? It's 90. I can make it a 20.
Do it.
Doing
Burn
it.
through that luck. I'm more than happy with it. Okay, fair enough. Actually, dude, you do know of somebody. More importantly, you know of somebody that's got a chop shop not far outside of San Rano. Okay. Don't generally deal with trucks, but the one thing that they do deal with is modifications. They've got spray painters, they've got welding torches, They've got extra panels and stuff like that. So if you can get there undetected, then you could probably find it pretty easy to A, change the color of the truck, B, change the shape of the truck.
Yep.
Do a couple of things like that. Not a bad option.
And we can attach a bar to the front.
That too. You can just
And
modify it as
spikes.
quickly as you
Mad
can.
Max it.
Mad Max it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your plan. That's what you guys want to try and do.
Well, that's what I can bring to the table and offer.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that you're going to go with that, though. You're going to send the drone off, and at the same time, you guys are going to peel a right. You're going to go park yourself in the tunnel for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then you're going to leave the tunnel in the same direction, hook a sharp left, and take a couple of back roads before you get back onto one of the semi-minor roads and approach San Rano from the east rather than from the north as you were previously. And then from there on, you're going to get into this place, and then you're going to try and convince this guy of yours to give you a hand in changing the look of the truck.
Sounds about right.
Okay, fair
Like
enough.
it.
Right.
And if he doesn't comply, put a bullet in his head, right?
Does
It's a good
anything
buddy.
go
We go
wrong?
way back.
Nay, nothing goes wrong. Okay. You guys spend a couple of tense minutes, but nevertheless, Dan is also monitoring the AV and all of the channels that are coming into that AV right now. And so far, they're completely oblivious. Yeah. It's a bit of a nervous ride to get into San Rano. I mean, you guys are all looking out the windows, checking cars that are driving past, just making sure. Yo?
Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but what's happened to what have we done with what's his name? Link.
Link, he's still in the truck.
He's
But
crying
he's
like a
basically,
baby.
he's probably got his hands taped behind his back in a very, very
Okay,
uncomfortable
that's what I want to
elevation.
know. That's what I want to know. I want to make sure he has no way
Mhm.
of ruining this things.
Definitely not. You probably find he's still sitting in his chair, but the chair has been turned all the way around, so there's no way he can reach the console.
There's only
And
one
he's-
way to be sure. Cut off his
he's got-
fingers.
Duct tape securing his hands together, and then duct tape wrapped around him and the chair itself, so that he can't even get up off the chair.
That sounds like a Danny move. Something Danny would do. Like haphazardly just duct tape absolutely everything to the chair.
Something along those lines.
Peter, that sounds like something Peter would do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
down, sit down.
Anybody bring
Okay.
the darts?
20 minutes later, you guys are managing to drive. You're getting into San Rano, okay? You can see it up ahead. It's a medium-sized city, so it's not huge like Night City is. It's not big, but it's big enough, okay? Generally, lots of stuff that happens here is related to trucking and traffic and stuff like that. But you guys are not interested in that. You're interested in the sprawling chop shop that the guy has got set up outside. It's a nice enough place. I mean, it looks like a decent panel beating, panel working, place primarily aimed at trucks. But there are a couple of beat up Jeeps and some pretty good SUVs. No city suburban cars. It's all stuff that can handle country, but some of it's in pretty good nick. There is, of course, absolutely no indication whatsoever that this guy would in any way ever look at doing any illegal chop shop working.
Of course not.
Because
But
that's
but that's
just,
the point.
He's above board. He's a buddy.
I think this is where I come in.
he's okay. So yeah, a couple of things then. Okay. The truck pulls in. Brenzies, you get down off and you greet your guy. Okay. We'll call him Mitch because that seems to be the way it goes.
Another Mitch.
Mitch 2.
How many
Dead
fucking
man
Mitches are there?
walks, He doesn't sort us out.
Well,
Okay.
the ones I don't like are called rhymes with Mitch.
Fair enough. Okay. So you explain what you want, and he's like, okay, well, you can do this, but it depends on how much outlay you're going to put down on this. He doesn't run this place for free. I mean, he owes you, but he only owes you so far.
Yeah. Kerwick.
How
Okay,
much
so
of a friend is this guy to you, Ron?
he's a contact. Not let's put it this way: he owes Ruan for saving his life. But that's sort of been paid off a little bit, and it was a long time ago. So
But is he expendable is what I'm getting at.
No. You
When
don't
he's
make context.
not
When he's
expendable.
done his job, maybe.
Do you guys want to intimidate, persuade, bribe?
I would like to intimidate.
Oh dear.
Please don't.
No, Rob, just offer your body to him. It'll be much quicker.
When you ask
All
nothing
he
for
had
a
to
buddy,
be
just
looking
six
at me with
inches.
the twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, it's got
That was
those.
the intimidate.
If you
There
don't,
we
I
go.
will sleep with
No.
you. It's like, oh no!
Wow.
Death by snoo snoo.
Kubik never got around to spending his cash, did he?
No, probably
Yeah.
not.
Kubik! Maddie!
Yeah.
We know you
take
got
my
money,
cue
and we
from
know
the
you're going to
group,
use
but
it.
I am available for
Sexual
Looking
favors.
lusty and
advanced
useful.
interrogation.
Advanced.
Interrogation. You know, basically, he will comply if required. If required, I just make it known that I'm willing to go down that road. Not
Okay,
the first time I've been.
So fair enough. You're going to stand in the background doing the hulking great thing, just to make it kind of
I
obvious.
guess at
that-
this point I do pull up next to them with the motorcycle.
Yes, of course.
Well,
But also, when you were parked under the tunnel, you were probably filled in with what's going on.
right. Well, I'm sick of this motorcycle, so you can throw it in as a sweeten the deal.
Okay,
Thank
so we've got
you.
the carrot and the stick here.
Yes.
Okay. First things first, Tarrant, I'd like you to make an intimidation roll, just in the background there.
Just mild intimidation, just mild. You know, like
Like
a
a
cloud,
mouse.
like a cloud. You know, just
You just have to sit there in the background. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely coming across that there are worse things that could happen than, taking the money. Okay, and then you want to toss in this. Okay, Nick, you haven't got any bribery, which is a bit of a pity.
oh no, but I'll be like, take the fucking bike as a sweetener, please. My ass is
Don't
sore,
complain.
and it's not fun.
Fair enough. Okay, you can make a social roll on that.
Oh goody!
Taking 100
Oh, fuck. Take it. No, take it.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Oh wow! I was not expecting that. Okay, so that's a 13. And okay, so that's a 17. Wait, 18.
Nico, you bring your womanly wiles along.
I wasn't planning on, but I guess I just
Dash
did.
him your
No.
chin.
Like you
No,
are.
No. But basically,
It's all in the hips,
effectively-
guys. In the hips.
Yeah, but effectively, you've managed to give him an entire cyberbike, which gives a +1 to the final roll that Rowan's going to make.
What?
That's bullshit
Oh, we're
giving him.
fucked.
Terrence in the background, meanwhile, is giving him a +5. So it's like, here you have an entire cyberbike that you can have, and here we have a guy looking at you with a mean expression.
I
Sort of-
didn't
Which
even
one?
notice me.
Mhm. No, let's put it this way. The reason he's not really paying attention to the cyberbike is because of you. Okay, that's that. Nobody else want to try and improve the role with a bribery or any other social interactions?
If you don't fix it, I will shoot that
Sway
guy
the
looking
other
at you menacingly. There we go.
Hey, hey.
And then I'd probably shoot Rue.
What?
Okay,
Mistakes
I'm
made.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Peter, Dan is one of the only characters that has a bribery skill.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't think I was this. I mean, I guess I thought of it as a social.
Hmm.
I'll
Bribery-
give it a try.
Bribery is social, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think my guy is quite anti-social. That's why I didn't volunteer any.
No.
Right.
Just in certain
Otherwise,
areas.
that.
Just in certain areas.
So that's a 10 and
What?
19,
Oh my gosh.
31.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
that's
gosh.
a +6 to Ron's roll. So a total of +12 before Ron has touched the dice. And here's the beautiful thing about that. You're not even offering your own money. You're pointing out the utility of the cyberbike and just how brilliant it is, and the retail value, and the fact that he could sell it, or strip it for parts, or do this or that. Yeah, Dan may not be the most sociable of people, but
He
Yeah,
could
when it
sell
comes to
Eskimo
money-
ice.
it's not even that. But when it comes to money, he can definitely point out where the finances are at. Okay, so Rue.
No, I don't want this pressure. Take it back.
Nah, dude, it's a standard social roll in your case, and remember, it's just a case of whatever you roll determines the order of the assistance that you get. You've got a plus 12 before anything even happens.
Yeah.
I don't even know what your social is, but it's got to be like about 7 or 8.
Yeah. Let's see. Social.
Oh, fuck.
Before rep, it's 10.
Yes.
Yeah. You still know that there's a 1 in 10 chance it's gonna crap out.
Oh, this is true. That's why I love this game.
And
Godlike.
So that's a total of about, I don't know, 40
30?
or something?
It's 30. 12,
Well,
8, and 10.
Yeah, plus 15 for rep, dude. It's not 15, plus 5 for rep.
you know, I could picture this guy going,
So-
"Shit, dude, you had me at high."
Okay, no, he's got a crew, and more importantly, they're all available right now. It's a case of, guys, stop working. Let's get this truck ship-shaped, and out of here pronto. Okay.
Is anybody going to take a peek in the crack we got in the back, or they're just going to solder that up for us?
It's entirely up to you. Right now, they've got solderings, they've got spray machines, they've got additionals. I mean, you want extra panels? That's not a problem. You want a little false cozy on top? Not a problem at all.
Duffy dice off every mirror.
Pretty much. Okay, so long story short, the first thing that they're going to do is, of course, spray paint the actual wagon so that it's a different color. Before they do that, they're going to build up a false cozy on top, which means that unfortunately the anti-air pods are not going to be as useful as they were, because somebody's going to manually have to go and open a flap before they can deploy. But it
Okay, I was
does mean
about to
that
say, could we get like a quick release thing? Pull, yank it, and they can pop off.
Explosive
not-
bolts.
not in the time that they've got.
Oh, okay, cool. No
Yeah.
worries.
But I mean, it literally means that somebody's just going to have to run up and flip a hatch and move it over.
Okay.
You know, there's 3 of them for each of the different things. Remember that these things deploy normally down, and then they rise up when they're actually deployed. So you just have to flip the hatch, and then they'll rise up a little bit. They've got a slight bit of arc that they can't cover. Not a huge issue. But basically, it's going to change the shape of your truck, because it's now going to be a flat top instead of those 3 humps, which are very identifiable. They're going to weld a bull bar in front. It's going to be impressive. Then they're going to do some fiberglassing and some welding, and they're literally going to change the entire shape of the truck as well. Probably won't last if you guys get into a fight or into a crash or anything like that, but it literally changes the shape entirely. And then, of course, they're going to spray paint that a beautiful, beautiful Christmas green.
Yeah.
Because that's the only stuff they got the most of, right?
Yes. And the back of the truck, the actual wagon, is going to be this really beautiful lime green with this like yellow gloss decal, you know, saying sunfruit.
Nice.
I'm surprisingly okay with this.
You know, I don't know, something like that. Okay. Like I say, downside about this, who cares? There's not much of a downside. It does mean that if you guys want to deploy the anti-air or the anti-personnel, somebody's going to have to scramble up. It's not going to be as easy to get up top as it was before. And it does mean that the entire top fighting platform is unfortunately gone. On the plus side, if you go through that hatch before they deploy, you can maybe, I don't know, poke a hole and you've got a brilliant cover. No more rolling over the sides. That's a plus right there, right?
Yeah, oh, thank goodness.
Any place to clip on? We'll just slide off now.
No, you'd be inside the little cozy that's nestling on top of the truck. The deployable side platforms are still there, but remember the back one is completely and utterly stuffed, so you can't use that one anymore. Did you guys make a decision on whether you wanted to weld up the back, or whether you wanted to unweld it and go take a look inside?
Let's take a look inside, because probably if it's damaged at the back, it's going to have to be opened first and then straightened and then welded closed again. So
Okay, fair enough. Entirely doable with one significant, slight but significant problem. Who's going to distract Kerwick?
Rob.
Okay.
Put him in a headlock.
Buddy, pal, I'm so glad you got me on this job.
Deploy the boobs.
Yeah, here's some vodka.
It's still not our plan.
We could convince him to maybe go interrogate Link a little bit?
Oh yeah, he can bully Link around a bit, make himself feel big.
There we go. We'll take
Absolutely.
on back chat.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, somebody's going to have to go with him though, because I'm not going to let you guys get away that easily. Anybody got any interrogation, torture,
I'm gonna refuse.
intimidate?
Do I?
But intimidate.
Uh,
Persuade.
Everybody suddenly goes and looks at their character sheet.
yeah,
persuade will work if
I
you
know
list
for a
them.
fact
Oh, yeah.
I don't, but I actually went to look anyway, just in case. It's freaking Jen, okay? I can never tell what she's got.
Yeah. You mean you haven't been looking at the character sheet I so dutifully worked so long to make for you?
I ogle
You know-
her all the time, dude.
You know
All the
what,
time.
John? I look at my character sheet all the time. I just don't have no clue how to navigate the thing.
Yeah, it's hard to navigate.
Sorry, it's not a very quick one.
The thing is, I
programming his robots to torture.
the thing is that I knew for a fact I don't have torture or persuasion, but
Mhm.
there's like a little hint that says you could have just missed it. It's like I know it's not there, but I'm gonna go look anyway. It's like
No. Nobody's got
I don't think I
interrogation.
have it. I don't think I have it.
Nobody's got
Just one of the
interrogation.
robots to offer him cake and then call him fat.
oh no, he's never gonna recover from that.
Okay. No, nobody's got interrogation, so it's going to have to be something like intimidate or persuasion,
That's
or bribery, whichever works.
Rob or Dan then.
Hmm
Parent Dan.
I've definitely got intimidate. I mean,
hmm
unless
You could
that's
also do
unclear.
the porno thing and double team it.
Double teaming.
Or what you can do is you can go use Dan's personal grooming and make him look like a pink fluffy teddy bear.
That's an option. Not saying it's a good one, but it's an option.
It's distracting. That's all we wanted.
That's an option.
Okay, so hit me with a story here, guys. What's happening?
Can't I just stick some pointy things in him until he talks?
That's
That's what
true.
you do in real life. I mean, you don't have to be a mastermind torture. You need...
Well, you don't want to sever anything that'll make him bleed out, Shirai. So you
Yeah.
probably want a
Point
doctor
one.
nearby.
We got a medic. It'll be fine.
No,
You don't want
get
to kill him.
the
At
medic
the
to do
same
it.
time, you don't want him to just start spilling everything to try and get you to stop hurting him.
Yes, I do. No, my nipples,
Okay.
they hurt when you twist them.
Not the
Okay.
nipples.
Not a problem. Okay, so you guys are double teaming. So Tarrant, Dan, both of you going off, or just one?
Hang on,
I guess
Shirai, we can't.
I'll go with.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll go with.
Good cop, bad cop.
No, bad cop, worse cop.
Ugh.
You remember the Rick and Morty scene where Morty thinks he's in this alien until Rick says to him, "Okay, stop." He says half. He'll tell you half of it now and half after you finish. And Morty's like, "What?" He's like, "Morty, if we can torture our enemy, can't jack them."
Can't take him off.
Rick's like, "What a idiot."
Okay. Not a problem. Okay, we'll start with the bad cop. That's Tarrant.
I see
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Intimidate skill. Let's see what you got, dude. Bring out your worst. Knuckle crackings, cyber arms.
Basically, I'm gonna beat him. I'm
My
gonna
guy
beat
is
him
basically the
whether he
penguin.
talks or not. But I'll stop sooner if he talks.
Rob, we all know you've got in your backpack. Just take the attachment of your hand off your arm and put on that cybernetic dildo and just scare him with the dildo, man.
Oh,
But I wanted to torture him a little bit longer. I want him to cave immediately.
I was going to say, this is Link. He might actually want that. He is an enormous arsehole after all.
Ah, you probably could take a good pounding.
Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob.
Alright, I've rolled a 4.
ahead.
I've got Intimidate of 4, Body of 9, and a Rep of 4. It's that
That's
13
21.
slash 17.
Yeah, so it's 21 in total.
21.
Because you basically get to lean on your rep in a situation like this. Remember your
Yeah, I
rep
do.
is bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's not so great for poor Link. Okay, Kerwick at the same time is going to be, you know, the reasonable. Hey, it's, you know, if you tell us, it'll go easier on you. Probably best for you to do that. Okay. Yeah, Kerrick's up there with his persuasion. Really cool. Okay. Link starts spilling the beans, and Dan, you're there pretty much to make sure that he's not telling anything incorrect. While that is busy happening, back at the van, you guys have decided to try and break in here. Now, remember, this thing was welded shut. You've got the welding. You can either choose to use the team to do the welding, or one of you guys can take over. The team all do seem competent, but they're more used to welding things on than welding things apart. So they'll probably get through, but it might take a bit longer.
I
You
think
reckon you
Danny
guys can
should.
do it
I
quicker?
figured Danny
I'm
should be able
just
to take
thinking,
it
isn't
apart.
this like, yeah, isn't this just like right up my street?
It's right up what you do, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna take it out.
it's a basic tech check, and basically you just need to see how successful you get, because that's
Isn't
going
that
to
one?
determine.
Don't jinx it, Rob. Nope.
Look, it's only a 1 in 10 chance.
You said it, Rob. I blame you.
Now once again deflecting the blame.
100%.
That's what I do. Okay, fine. How badly do I mess up?
Oh, please, 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 please roll a 10.
Stop tickling.
It's only a 2. Okay, not
Ah.
too bad. Not too bad.
It's still a
Hand in
fuck
your
up.
dice, Danny.
But
Hand
it's
in
not
your
a bad
dice.
one.
They're broken.
I need to. Can't I just roll more?
Shh. Okay.
I roll
Dan,
better on the D.
Danny, you're an absolute expert. Okay, you know what you're doing when it comes to a blowtorch.
Totally doing that.
Okay. There's one thing that you hadn't taken into account, and that's that the impact from the rear not only broke the welds on the actual middle of the door, but also the hinges on the other side of the door.
Oh,
So, of course, when you went and sliced down the middle with your efficient and accurate cut, it put
Yeah,
all of the
very.
weight of the door onto the one hinge that was still hanging on there, which promptly sheared off, and the door fell
Yep.
off.
Oops.
Oops. Okay.
Is
It's
it
not
this
the end of
point
the
where I
world.
just like look at it and walk
Yeah.
away?
You can fix it, but you're going to have to do everything you can to try and fix that fast before Kerwick finishes with the interrogation.
Okay, well, I will try. In all honesty, if
That's
it's already cracked up once, I'm gonna be like, oh crap, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be next. I'm gonna like have it bullet in my head before I go. Okay,
Okay,
can I try and fix
so,
it?
you can, but do you guys actually want to see what's inside? I mean, she's going to be working very, very quickly to try and get that thing set up again. So the amount of time that you've got to go poking is very, very limited.
And it's a roll.
Okay, meanwhile, what's inside the truck, John? Okay, the answer to that is, what's inside the box? A box.
In the back.
It's a box within a box.
There's a box within a box. Okay, I'm not kidding you. It looks like a standard-sized cargo container. Okay, it's the same length, etc. It slots in very nicely into the truck itself, but it's a lot cleaner. It's the same shape as a container, but it is not a cargo container. It's something more. It's designed to those specifications, but the metal itself is this sort of black, shiny stuff, machine-edged, very smooth, not dinged, and more importantly, there's a definite glow coming from within the container, and on the outside of the container, where you'd normally have those 2 levers that lift up, that let you open the swing doors to get inside the container, is not. It's an electro lock, okay? And shining in bright green letters just in the middle is a number pad and what looks like a DNA scanner. The actual locks themselves, they've got those little cogs that roll up and down so that the bars will move. You can try and cut through that, but it's going to be obvious and it's going to take time, or you can try and crack through the actual pad itself. But unfortunately for that, you need either somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to electronic security, or somebody who really knows what they're doing when it comes to slicing through shit that can be then fixed very quickly afterwards.
and could somebody with a decent cyber tech score just have a quick squizzle and get an
They could
understanding of
definitely
it?
do so.
If only there was somebody by the back door that just fucked it up. with a decent
What?
cyber
No,
tech.
so nobody here. What? Who? No?
Yeah. Anybody with cyber tech or electronic security?
Of which they're both 16 for said aforementioned individual.
Nobody else got any better?
Basic tech.
You can fix it.
Oh wait, my cyber tech's right up there too.
Then you do it.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be.
Yeah.
He don't have cyber tech.
I don't think so. He's got electronic security.
Yeah, but do I get my computer bonus and tactile bonuses if I have to go interrogate it?
Well, definitely. It's a touchpad. I mean, you could probably run your fingers over it and find out which buttons have been pressed more often.
That's how COVID spreads. Yeah. Cool. Let me go do this. Since you guys are chicken shits.
I'm not chicken shit. I'm just messing up.
Cautious, yes, we know.
There we go.
Since I'm not interrogating, let me go leverage myself in there quickly to find out what's potting.
Not a problem.
Where is Drix in all of this?
Drex probably standing on top of the truck watching what's going on, scanning the
Okay.
skies.
I'm just wondering because they probably have a built-in camera
Mm-hmm.
for later review. Okay.
You want to call him? Could swing
that's
across
okay.
quite easily.
Okay. Yeah. Can I request Drix's assistance to come photograph this?
Definitely.
One
Drex,
of
you are
those?
okay with that?
Nicely.
Yes.
Move your
Oh.
ass, bitch.
Would you mind carrying in your head the corporate secrets that people are willing to spend hundreds of thousands of euros on to make sure that they get back without other people knowing anything about? Nothing bad could happen, right?
Well, I mean, Drix most likely has camera, probably has IR, probably has thermal or
Yep.
something similar.
Yep.
So I mean, Drix can actually give a very look up Drix. In option 1s and 2. So I'm just thinking that they would be able to, get a very broad spectrum of what this thing is externally.
Of course, yes.
Cool.
The downside is, of course, if that itch you get into it, then Drix has got all the documentary evidence of what's here in his head.
That's fine. We can take that with the crowbar.
That's a big problem.
I have a cryotech, right?
I think so.
Oh,
No, I
jeez.
don't. I do have cryotank. What do you
That's
know?
all you need. Where's the problem with that? Okay. Let's
Okay.
get it started then. Okay, first of all, you're going to try and crack through this lock. Let's see how it goes.
8.
8.
Ooh,
Fuck.
25.
Okay. Dude, it's not even a challenge. Like I say, you drag your fingers across the keypad, narrow it down to the 4 keys that are used most often, because it's obvious to you. Plug into the actual lock, run those 4 keys through a combination, brute force your way through it, and with a beautiful silent spinning sound, the wheels engage, and there's not even that, like clunk sound that you'd expect. It's just a whisper as these solid metal stainless steel bolts just move out the way. The door itself pops open with that faint actinic hiss sound of something that's definitely pressurized from the inside.
Oh God, did Ridley Scott make this?
That's what I'm going to go with.
Face huggers. Here we
The
go.
whole thing is Ridley Scottish. Okay.
Ooh.
More importantly, yes, it is slightly cold, the air that's coming from inside there. Admittedly, you're in the middle of the Agave Desert, so everything is pretty cold. You crank the door open?
Who's closest to the door? Myself or the old man?
Yourself or Dan?
The old man.
Oh, the old man. To be honest, you're both right there. You'd be closer right now because you've just opened the touchpad.
Cool.
Oh, shit.
Radiate yourself with the
wait.
nuke that you've just
And
exposed.
then-
Gloves?
Gloves, not a problem.
Surgical gloves?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay.
So it tells me you're going to need thick rubber gloves, but yeah, please
You're going
continue.
to pull the door open ever so slightly. A sort of white actinic light, faintly tinged with green, pours out as you open the doors and they slowly crank open. There's no ominous creaking or anything like that. These hinges are beautifully balanced, perfectly lubricated, and it swings. You can feel the door is heavy, but it swings open with the touch of a hand. And then, just because I'm a nasty bastard, I'm going to roll a dice.
Oh boy.
There's no reason for me to roll that dice except to make everybody nervous, but come on, it felt good, right?
That's
It's a
like
high
the
number.
last
I don't
Comics
trust
10.
you at all.
Okay, dude, the thing itself swings open, okay, and what you see inside, quite frankly, confuses the hell out of you. Um, the inside, the back part of it, the furthest part, is taken up by a bank of what you can definitely identify as automated medical machinery. Okay.
Emperor?
Hmm?
No?
No, not the Emperor. This is definitely a bank of automated medical machinery that is busy running the 8 tanks that are spaced in twos going down towards where you are.
Mm,
Yeah, the tanks themselves run from the ceiling to the floor. They're round and they're big enough to hold a human person.
or 8
You,
of them total.
you
Yeah.
know that they're big enough to hold a human person because each of them is holding a human person.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, there are 8 people in this container thing. Okay, each of them are floating in a sort of greeny liquid. Um, each of them appear to be asleep. Each of them have got, masks over their faces so that they can carry on breathing, and various tubes and plugs plugged into them in different places, and of course the ubiquitous, whatever,
Yeah.
they're all wearing the underwear that covers the guys in the right places and the girls in the other right places,
No
just so that we,
tassels.
Tarzan went.
yeah,
How
Tarzan
do
way.
we recognize?
Not at all.
Oh,
Okay,
Rob,
Um,
Rob,
they all
Rob.
look like strange, normal people.
I'm having flashbacks of ghost missions all of a sudden.
yeah.
Hold yourself
Jeez.
for that thought. It's exactly that sort of impression.
Fuck.
Um, yeah, there are strange people in tubes, obviously in some sort of sedated state, continuously monitored, bitch ass naked, but that is it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to request Rix to go in there, get photos of their faces. We're
Mhm.
hopefully going to run that through, hopefully run it by Dan for facial rec later on, to see if we can
Mhm.
get an idea of who these peeps are.
Okay.
So I'm calling up Rix to take some nice visuals.
Is
Text,
there,
of course.
are there any display panels, anything with any names or information that you could probably reference that to?
I'm not getting
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Okay.
That med panel at the back literally has got numbers 1 to 8, vital statistics, and like coolant levels, temperature, basic monitorings, refresh rates, sodium citrate concentrate levels, that sort of
All that
stuff.
kind of stuff. Okay.
Okay, but there's no names, no identifying stuff or anything like that. It's just kind of freaky. You guys are smuggling people.
The best kind.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, so Drix, you're going to get in there. You're going to go do a quick squiz around, take some photos, get some movie, try and identify these people by clicking on their faces and taking photographs, photograph the fuck out of everything else, and then get out quickly so that Rob can come back and not Rob, Ruan can come back and hopefully lock this door up again so that nobody knows they were inside, and then Danny can hopefully seal it up so it doesn't look as though anybody's gotten inside.
Hopefully.
No pressure. Rue, you first.
I'll lock it up.
Lock
D10,
it up.
huh?
D10.
And we die.
Ah, you
Oh,
didn't stuff up.
yes!
It is
Well done.
flawless. The keypad itself doesn't even know that it's been penetrated. Okay.
The woman.
Here comes the fuck up.
There, back to you and your German efficiency.
Ah.
Right.
Oh, okay. No, we still got to.
We're waiting with
Hear me?
great.
Yeah, we can hear you now. You got a roll, Danny.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I did.
Mhm.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I'm a Danny.
And
Danny.
Okay, no,
Okay.
not a problem at all. It's fine, but I need you to make a cool check.
Were you sending me that?
Mm.
I can't seem
Roll
to
beneath your
find
cool.
Roll beneath your cool with a -1 penalty.
No pressure.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. My cool 6.
Fantastic, not a problem. The
Yeah.
job is done so well that even you are okay with it.
Yeah, after everything else.
Affection.
It's like, okay, so it's sealed up tight, 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 and you guys have now got a brand spanking new truck with, yeah, it looks nothing like the other truck. Kerwick, of course, is, coming outside, having interrogated Link, and he's like, looks at this, and you can see he's like, where the fuck did my truck go? And then he realizes that this is actually still the truck. So if it's good enough to fool Kerwick, it should be good enough to fool anybody else that was looking for it and is looking for it now. Okay. Now the decision time is what to do with Link. Okay, Link has spilled the beans in a big way. Okay. It's not good news. It's not good news at all, actually. Okay. The corp that is busy hunting for you guys is a shadow corp. That much is obvious. Okay. The problem is that Link thinks he has actually managed to track down who is the corp that's in charge of this. There is unfortunately only one of two candidates. It's either Biotechnica or Militech. Okay.
Not overly good
Now,
either one.
this is not good news for several reasons. One, Militech has got access to military hardware. They can drive tanks after you if they need to. Okay. Biotechnica, thankfully, doesn't, but does have access to some horribly advanced research tech. Okay. They've also got enough money that they could probably hire Militech to come and take this out if they wanted to.
Great.
The issue with that, of course, is that they're not going to do that because they don't want Militech anywhere near this if it's not Militech themselves. But either way, it's not looking very, very good. You guys have definitely bitten off more than you can chew, and it's definitely not worth the 7,000 that you guys promised.
Yeah, it's a good time to renegotiate now if we continue.
Well, given that there were bodies floating in cryo tanks, my money's on biotech.
Mm-hmm. It's entirely possible. So, your career as people smugglers
has just begun.
Mm-hmm.
Call me El Coyote.
Put bullets in their head. Let's walk away from this, guys.
Well, that's exactly how the last mission actually started. If you remember, we woke up to seeing people getting bullets in the head, chest. One in the head, two in the chest. That's how we woke up, dude. So we're not fulfilling a self-thing prophecy here, okay? No shooting people in the heads. We know exactly how it's going to end.
The downside about this whole situation is that when you woke up in the ghost missions and those guys were getting shot, this time, you're those guys.
Yeah.
No pressure now.
Yep.
How much was Link going to get paid?
Link was going to get a cool 32,000 out of this. Like I say, they are throwing money like crazy at this. Even if they're only giving each of the groups that are busy hunting you like 10,000, you're looking at least 200,000 euro that's been spread onto this.
So, just thinking, instead of 7,000 and maybe dying, 32 divided 6 ways and not dying. And we just turn these arseholes over and take Kerwick 7.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, remember, he's got what, 12, I think?
Hang on a sec, guys. Be right back.
No, 7. Yeah, you're right.
So it's 39. 6 ways is 5.5. Sorry, 6.5. So that's only 500 down, and we don't die.
Or at least you hope you don't die.
Okay, I'm going to go send Tarrant as a negotiator just in case. Who's going to miss that?
That is an option, actually, and it's a good one as well. It'll bring the role-playing session to a grinding halt very, very quickly. But it'll make sure your characters walk away. I didn't hear that last.
It screws over the DM yet again. Weren't expecting that.
Was not, no. But it's okay. I didn't put much time and effort into drawing up, 3 or 4 encounters or anything. I can just delete those files, it didn't take me that long. I mean, I basically just copy-pasted from, 60 or 70 different pages in the Cyberpunk manual, but it's not too much effort. No. All kidding aside, seriously, in the true Cyberpunk style, screwing over the guys who are trying to screw over you is an entirely good move. It would be a horrible, horrible thing for me, because then I'd have to suddenly decide what to do with these characters later on. But yeah, it's an option. Otherwise, you could always try renegotiating with the guys that are paying you in the first place.
Yeah.
John, it's not the first.
Danny?
Your Discord cut out, Danny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Aloha.
You're back, yes.
I said it wouldn't be the first time we've taken out somebody who ever had plans.
That's true. Danny, your Discord is cutting in and out.
It cuts out right when you try to finish that sentence. Clearly, it's a brilliant idea, and we need to follow through with this idea, and somebody doesn't want us to do it. Probably John. So whatever Danny says, we're just going to do it.
How much is the truck worth? Huh?
What?
Resale value of the truck that we currently have.
Ooh. I don't know, like 350,000 probably.
Hey guys,
Mine it's a
payday.
bit. Hell, if you're going to go that far, start asking yourself, what's the resale value of the cargo?
No, but then we're gonna have the corpse on our asses. 32
Time
is
for me
not
to
the resale
backstab
value.
the group.
But just wait, I just need to go into the old CP 2020 manual because they have the body parts, individual body parts.
Oh god, we're going back to this again. Oh jeez.
Can I call my friend Spoon?
Oh no.
Oh god, he's in Tokyo right now, so no.
Oh,
The
it's like,
worst way to come out of cryo sleep. Hello, Spoon.
well, you know, if we can't find Spoon, there's always Dave.
Fuck Dave.
Fuck Dave. Nobody likes Dave, except everybody likes Dave.
Everybody
Except
else.
my social medic. Fuck Dave.
Okay, yeah. So, you guys are getting a bit of more of a handle on the situation here. Clearly, some corp decided to steal this cargo from another corp, got it right, but got themselves fucked over in the process. Got you guys as the second stringers, rushed it together, sent you guys down to a more secure facility. Meanwhile, the other corp was basically running its arse ragged trying to get an intervention squad together and a delaying squad. But there's way more money floating around here than you guys initially anticipated. Yeah, option one, backstab the guys that have basically set you out to be a target. And option two is to try and get this to where it's supposed to be, but make sure you get a bit more money for it. Then option three, of course, is to just disappear into the woodwork and sell everything that you've got left, right, and center. Ethical dilemma time, guys.
Yes. All the above. That should really throw them off.
One of each.
One of each.
Or I walk away and make some calls to let them know exactly where the truck is, who's got it.
And how much they're going to pay you for it.
No. I just make sure they all die.
Ah, yeah.
My payment is your death.
What a buddy.
Yes. Just make sure that you get the medic and the leader. You know, Kerwick and Menzies, those are the two names you want to remember. Make sure they go down. Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It just went very, very quiet all of a sudden. Boof. Okay, so decision time, guys. What do you want to do? Just how conniving, evil, backstabbing, morally unethical are you?
Yes.
Quick question.
Yo.
How long have we been up and running?
When you say up and running?
Without sleep.
Oh, about 4 hours now?
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, you guys have had a very, very interesting 4 hours, but it's probably closer to 5 now that I think about it. You guys have been in this particular place for about 20 to 30 minutes as well. So they're going to start realizing that they've lost you and start looking with a bit more attention well, I mean, they could be doing it already. You guys don't know that for definite. Actually, you could. Dan's hacked in quite well. Peter,
Guys,
make a roll. Don't get a 1.
sorry, I just need to pop out for a minute or two.
I'm up
Fantastic.
with almost anything except selling the people
You start running the search, but yeah, it's going to take a couple of hours. You might have an answer by the time you're done.
Well, that was fun.
What happened?
I got blue screened.
Again, dude, your motherboard's going.
Yeah.
Seriously. I don't know, it might be your hard drive, but that really begins to sound like your motherboard.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it can't be my motherboard. It can't be my hard drive because it was a new SSD from the that I got
Yeah.
after the thing, and it's still giving me the same problem. So
Okay, on the plus side, motherboards aren't too expensive. On the downside, they're expensive.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, where was we? Weevil. I've just gotten an advisement that Weevil is currently streaming. Oh shit, were you streaming from the get-go?
Yep.
Damn
Of course.
Should have announced that.
Come on. I've been streaming this game every time we've been playing.
Yes.
I suppose that's true, but I would have taken a bit more care with my enunciation and pronunciation.
Nah, it's nice and casual. No worries. My thing is now I'm gonna have to
Sounds like
I'm
an
gonna have to
idiot.
re-download off of Twitch the full thing so I can upload it to YouTube because now my recording
Of course,
is
it's
fucked.
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to it.
Ugh.
Dish. Although, no, it's 22. We can't really cut it here.
No, it's
I
too
don't know. You
late.
guys want to take an early night?
What?
Well, want to save next stream, but two, otherwise we might get a little bit lagged up in what's going to happen in a few moments.
I don't mind. We can
I'm
keep
cool
going.
with it as well.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Long story short, you guys still haven't come to a decision right now. Need to know where you guys are going to go with this, what you're going to do. You want to fade into the woodwork? Try basically... Okay, you can basically try going south to deliver the cargo. You can try going north, east, or west to disappear and fade into the woodwork. Or you can try and contact Militech or Biotechnica, whoever it is, to try and sell the people in the truck itself. There's not really much else in the way of options beyond that.
Yellow.
1, 2, or 3. Take a vote. If you want, you can just message me privately. And then what we'll do is we'll go along with the majority, and then for anybody else that wants to stab out, you can do the backstabbing in the background and nobody will know.
I
Except-
shoot Rob in the head preemptively.
Oh boy.
Where is your ethical compass? There's a lot of money at stake here.
I don't know, actually. Yeah, so I'm kind of drawn in the middle here. Let's see. Well, I don't want corporate people getting them. I just fuck the corporates. I don't know. Roaming around the Badlands in a badass truck would be kind of cool if we could like clear the baggage out.
But quick question: how much time do we reckon before they arrive here by us?
Well, let's put it this way. They haven't figured out that they're following a drone right now.
Okay.
Once they do that, they then got to backtrack to where you guys disappeared and try and find you. You
Okay.
guys stuck inside that tunnel as well. So probably anywhere from, I don't know, 25 minutes to 2 hours
Okay,
to
and
figure out where you are.
what's the chances we can get Drix to upload some images for Dan to do his facial rec thing?
I've already taken it that that's being done right now. Peter's made his role.
Sorry.
He's busy searching through databases right now. Unfortunately, it's a lot.
No joy.
Millions.
Okay.
So it can go fast, but it's still taking time.
I'd say we let the people go and just take the truck. Worst case scenario, we sell the truck. We can still make fair whack of money.
That's a good point as well. Issue is, of course, trying to wake these folk up without killing them.
Ah, that's true too, I guess. Yeah.
No, I'd say we put a bullet in their head, smash up the equipment, and walk away.
Wow.
Well, the other option is we take the truck and turn on the transponder here, or drop off the trailer somewhere, turn on just leave a transponder by that, fuck off with the truck. That way we keep the vehicle, they live.
Sorry, Peter?
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah?
Can we try and hide until I can learn about the people?
You can. You need to find a decent place to hide. Definitely a worthwhile attempt, yes. Drix, you'd need to make a survival check to see if there's a better place that you can hide here. Yeah, you've already made your roll, Peter, so then it's just literally a case of getting to that hiding place. What you got, Shirai? What you got?
You can do a roll to see if you can find us a hide.
Gonna sell us out, don't trust her.
Oh shit.
Actually, that's a good point. Tarrant, you can also make a roll to use your family on this one. Good point.
Nice.
Which skill would she be applying to this?
Wilderness survival.
Wilderness survival.
Yeah.
Not the recon skill.
No, she gets
7+2, so she gets.
One for my subway kit.
Does the subway kit count?
definitely.
Okay, so it's 7, 2, 1, so it's 8. So 10. Okay, 10. Okay, so 17.
19. Bitch.
19. Yeah. Toss a luck point, make it a 20.
Oh, I was looking at Taryn's roll.
I got 17.
17, fair enough. If Drix beats you, then there's a better place, but 15 is an okay-ish hiding place. You know, like yours is the back of a bar somewhere.
A
You know,
bar's good.
where there are lots of other trucks parked.
Ah.
What the
And
fusion
what's
truck shop?
what's Drix got? Jesus, Drix has got a 9. Okay.
That's a 19 total so far.
You do get to add your recon of 4. So what's your survival wilderness? 10, 4, 23. I think we go with Drix's idea. Drix has actually got an even better idea. Yeah, sure. Parking behind an old, behind a bar where lots of other trucks are, that's a great idea. Parking behind a truck museum where there are lots of trucks is an even better one.
There's a truck museum?
It's called the Truck Museum. It's not actually a truck museum. It's basically a place where old trucks go to die.
Oh, a truck graveyard.
It's a truck graveyard. Okay. Generally, think of it as a massive stripping yard where you can park these trucks. It's out in the middle of the desert, so there's no rust or anything like that that takes these things. And then they just basically sit there until somebody needs a really old part or something like that. Unfortunately, the pace of technology means that it's moving forward so fast that a lot of the trucks go there and immediately depreciate in value, and then it just becomes even more expensive to move them than it is to just leave them there to slowly rust away into nothingness. Okay.
They don't get crushed though in one of those machines
That would cost too much.
because that
Sticking one
could
of-
be a problem.
It's basically a salt pan in the middle of nowhere. You go there, they park the truck there. If somebody needs some parts for it, brilliant. They'll strip it down for whatever they can get, sell those off. But as technology moves along, those parts become less and less valuable. Eventually, it's more worth your while to just ignore it and leave it there. That's how this graveyard basically accumulates more and more trucks. Eventually, you probably find that somebody will think, hey, we can recycle that steel. But, it's easier to just get it from Japan. It's cheaper. It's literally cheaper to have them manufacture it, ship it halfway across the world, and then make it again. Example. Uh-oh. What's Ron showing us?
Plain graveyard.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much the same.
No, the
Pretty
big
much the same.
ones that they have in the desert.
Yeah. It's exactly the same concept. But just lots and lots of trucks, one after the other. Okay. Going through, each year sequentially, different types of trucks. Okay, so you guys are going to drive off there as fast as you can, hopefully without anybody noticing you.
And not
And
drawing
then,
too
of
much
course-
attention while driving. Let's not break any
Yeah, of course.
rules of the road and sheriffs and traffic and blah
Okay.
blah blah.
Yeah, so you guys have got yourself a plan. You've got a definite idea of what you want to do. Okay, and then, of course, Kovic comes along and says, right, we're ready. Let's get back in the truck and start heading south again.
Yeah, about that, buddy.
That's a good point.
We just need to fix this doohickey on this doodah over here, and we're
Okay.
good to go.
Yeah. Stripe, of course, is getting up into the saddle and he's, starting the car up, the truck up, and he's like, okay, come on, let's go, guys, let's go.
Okay, so we got our coordinates set. We know exactly where we're going, right?
Yep.
So who's sitting in front with our driver?
Well, Stripe is in the car right now. Kerwick's basically outside looking at you guys going, get in the damn truck. We're going to be going. We're running late.
Is
Yes.
that the time
Yes,
frame
we are.
there?
Into the truck you
Can
get.
we possibly convince him to just tarry for a few minutes over here just to let it clear? The way clear. Like the guys basically convince him just to hang fire for a little bit while the search for the truck is expanding and hopefully going somewhere else.
You're going to try and persuade him, in other words.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Have a go. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh god, here comes the one.
Oh, he said it now.
The one.
Yeah, it's the one. I don't have persuasion though, so I know somebody who does.
So that would not be a good thing to do.
No, not from me.
Not from you. Okay.
Intimidate?
You will. What's it? None shall pass, and you stand in front of the truck there, Rob.
Somebody rolling?
No, no one's rolling because no one's looking at their character sheets.
Because one person
I
can,
think Ruan was trying to convince.
Ruan can't convince. He hasn't got persuasion.
but somebody
I've
we
got
know does.
intimidate. That
So am I going to try to persuade him?
Can I ask Dad to try and persuade him?
You can try.
Can we persuade Dan? Persuade Dan to persuade Kerwick.
No, I'm just going to ask him politely.
persuade parent to intimidate Dan to persuade.
There we go.
So
8.
we
Okay, so that's a 19 in total, dude. And probably not going to get that very well because Kerwick is a man on a mission. This isn't going to make him look good if he's late.
Well, does he want to be late or does he want to be dead?
Not going to work. Sorry, it sounds good, but right now the truck, she is set up beautifully. No one's going to notice that it's a totally different truck. We should be able to just slide on through without anybody noticing. Get in the truck. We're heading south.
Okay, so Dan's still in the system, right? We could spoof a GPS and cut his power.
You could, yes.
Let's get dramatic.
Okay. So, what are you going to do about the sun? What are you going to do about the sun?
This thing's got like mirrored windows, right? Shaded mirrors. We just darken them a lot. Okay, Mendez, what you need to do is to very convincingly walk past him like you're going to climb the truck and then trank him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna fly.
Because either that or I shoot him,
I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
You're not going to trank him?
Jen doesn't have to shoot him, eh?
But
She's
I
got
want
a key
to.
to.
But I want to shoot him.
Yeah, you can choke, Jen.
Okay, fine. Let me look
No.
at
No, I mean,
if I have to get dirty.
Screw choking, dude. You've got a new throat.
Well, I'm just going to knock him out.
Okay.
Alright. So, walk up. Like, we're going to climb in the truck. And then just punch his fucking lights out. Like, unconscious him.
Just unconscious him, like
Just-
in the movies, right?
Just like, yes, exactly that. You're like pistol whipping from behind. That kind of cool
Okay.
stuff.
good news is we have a medic on hand.
You know that doesn't really happen, but okay, give it a try.
Well, I'll hit him a second time, then a third time, and a fourth time. And maybe by the fifth time you'll realize if he stays really still, I'll think he's unconscious.
Fair enough. Give it a try.
Okay.
How are you going to do this?
Well, let's see. Okay, now I'm going to key to him, pulling out a weapon and thinking him with the back of it doesn't seem very non-plus. I want to catch him off guard, so
Okay, so it's technically an ambush attack.
yes.
Yeah, no trouble at all.
You
Plus
put-
5 to your initiative as if you needed it. Plus 5 to any checks. So,
Okay,
you
alright, so
just out you can grapple and chokehold.
yeah, I may try that if this fails. Okay, so it's 12 before I roll. Okay. Please, 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 please. Okay, it's not so bad. Alright. So 12 plus 7 plus 5. Math bad.
It's 24.
Rise?
That's the +5.
Is that
Yeah.
+5? Okay, sorry.
Okay, so just a 24.
I'm
That's-
just checking anything else.
That's
Yeah,
still
that's
pretty
it.
good.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. It's an opposed roll for the grapple. The Kerwig's probably not going to make it, but let's find out. This is where a 10 would be really handy.
Damn.
Okay.
That's still pretty high though. Damn.
Okay. That is pretty high. Unfortunately, it's not high enough. Okay, which means that your grapple is successful. Okay, then we go to an opposed roll while you try to choke him.
Okay.
Okay. You no longer have the +5 now. And
Ah.
6, 5.
Do I add my keto to that though?
You do get to add your Aikido.
Just the keto or the total with ref?
No, so it's basically your Aikido stat, and then of course the pluses for Aikido on a choke.
Okay.
I think
All right.
that's going to be.
Yeah.
I have a choke plus.
Aikido is 4. No, I think it's just a strike. I'm scrolling down to the bottom.
If you check underneath your weapons
yeah.
failure, you do have choke.
Yes,
Odds for
it's
rolling and attack.
I can't see it, unfortunately.
grapple. Okay, that's martial arts, brawling, and key attack. Hold or break. So that would be a hold.
Yeah, it's a hold. No, it's, there isn't a choke? That's weird.
Oh, look. I popped
Okay.
you an image on the text channel.
Oh, thank you, because I can't actually see what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, it's
There
tiny.
you go. Choke, stroke, crush. Martial arts plus key attack after a successful grapple.
Okay,
But
yeah.
what I'm actually looking for is the Aikido table, which I am...
That's the CP 2020 manual.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I copied and pasted it.
Okay, I don't have that on my character sheet.
I know, and I don't either, and I'm rather upset about that.
Hang on.
'Cause I'm...
Hang on. Choke, crush. Okay, martial arts, brawling. Yeah, okay, that's the standard thing. Sorry, mine had been split into 2 different ones, but I still don't have the Aikido.
Yeah, I don't either, and I'm embarrassed to say that I don't have the Cyberpunk book open because this is supposed to have everything on it, but it doesn't.
Hold.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm so
Why
busy.
am I spending all this time at my computer? I must have the way to
Uh,
try and convince.
To be honest, no. I've assumed that you've been splitting it between your computer and between the computer on the truck.
But I've also been
Yeah.
trying. I was also trying to convince going up to.
Phew, thank you very much there, Rue. And for all of
plus
that,
one.
choke is plus
One.
1.
Jeez, after
Which
all that.
basically puts you at a 6. Unfortunately, that's 2 plus, okay? Which means you have successfully choked him, and he now has to make a body save.
Right, so now it's the gentle go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
I could sing a lullaby, but that'd probably make him panic more.
Done and done. Okay. He's unfortunately made the body save, which means he's fine.
Okay.
So he has not passed out. So we go straight into a next round of grappling. While this is happening, anybody else want to do something?
I just punch him in the fucking face.
You could do that.
Don't miss.
Yeah.
John,
Yep.
I would like point a gun at him.
You could, but they decided to go for the choke instead.
Yeah, well, maybe someone should pull out a gun and tell him to separate. Guys,
Yeah, true. I'm just still waiting for Nick to make use of his stun effect. which
Yeah,
means
well,
that
I was going to
doesn't
pull out the
get a
nux,
chance.
but I wasn't going to use the nux.
Okay, fair enough.
Electronux.
Yeah, because I mean, I used that last time, like a while back, and I thought I'd try something different this time.
What, like failing?
Yes, characteristically. In character.
Okay, let's go back to the opposed rolls then.
Alright, yeah, take it out nice,
I-
slow. Oh,
oh.
fuck. Oh, no, it's not gonna. Ooh.
If you lose to a corplet, you're gonna lose all cred.
Shit.
Unfortunately, Kerwick has now gripped you. He's bigger than you, so he's literally grabbed the hands,
Huh?
flung himself forward, and flung you over, smack onto the ground, and broken the hold on you.
Oh,
Okay.
goody.
Yeah, not a great situation. Okay, so Kerwick's now broken the hold. He's been attacked. He's not happy. He's quite
Athletics
convinced that
check.
you betrayed him.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah,
have.
he's going to go straight for his gun and try shoot you.
Oh, good.
Okay. I'm actually going to make it an opposed initiative roll in this case. So
Oh, goody.
you're gonna have to re-roll initiative from.
Ah, that sucks.
Shit, I've too much stuff, man. I've got a 19. You've got.
Hang on a second. Just pulling up my set. Scroll back up.
think you.
Where is it? Where's it? Ah, fuck.
I think you've beaten him. Jen's fucking
It is. I'm looking at it. Plus 14.
Oh, you've got a 17.
Yeah.
Fuck me, he beat you.
What?
How
Really?
did that happen?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
I
got a-
can't. I still have to wait around if I wanted to push it with anything else. So I'm not
With
going
the
with that.
boost.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have fucked up
Yeah.
there. Okay. The answer to the question, by the way, Rue, is yes, but remember it's in the truck pointed forward.
So we just gotta get him in front of the truck, huh?
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah, Kerwick's going to shoot you.
Go ahead.
Jeepers. Okay. You're currently on the ground.
Yes.
But he has pulled the gun out straight away, so it's a -3. Yeah, we'll just go with a total of -1 on that then.
Okay.
Fuck, what am I saying? It's point blank, dude.
Yep. Yeah, you can shoot me.
Dish
Roll it
and
in.
dish. Both shots hit. Okay, location. The 6 and the 3. Bang, bang. So
Leg
torso,
and chest.
torso and arm, yeah.
Oh, arm. Yeah.
Is 6? No, 6 is
Left arm,
left arm, yeah.
I think. Could be wrong.
Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, the first shot does a grand total of 14 plus 3 is 17.
Back to the character grab.
And the second shot does 18 points of damage.
Okay, let's have a look here. Alright.
Okay. How's that doing?
Okay, SP 12 plus 10.
So the 12 takes 1 point of damage, the 10 takes nothing.
Okay, and then the BTM is -2.
Doesn't matter, it's just 1 point of bruise damage.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let me mark that down quick.
Okay, so
So
just the armor is in the 12 point. Oh no, it's the 10 point armor that takes the damage. Because the
Which
12 is the skin weave, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is in the torso. So that takes it down to. Wait, that's a 9. Plus 9.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep this up to date. Okay.
Same with your left arm.
And left arm plus 9.
It's identical. So it's just 1 point of bruise damage. Armor
Okay.
takes a little bit of damage, and then it's your turns. What do you want to do?
Quick draw. Shoot his gun.
Oh man.
Fair point.
Take-
Go.
Take his weapon away. Then I take his weapon away.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, handgun, and the total is 12 plus 9, so that takes it to 20,
21.
21.
-6 for an aimed shot at a
Yep.
small target. Still a 15. Good enough. You've shot his gun. Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry, that's supposed to be. Do I do damage to the gun, or do we just knock it out of his hand?
It's a possibility. Let's figure it out. Okay, so roll a d6. On a 1, something really bad happens, like the gun blowing up and stuff like that. On a
Okay.
6, it flies out of his hand beautifully. On a 4 or a 5, yeah, no, on a 4, 5, or a 6, it flies out of his hands. On a 2 or a 3, he gets to make a strength test to see if he holds onto the gun, because that shit never works.
That's a
except in
3.
movies.
It's a 3.
Okay, so he gets to make a strength test to see if he can hold onto the gun. And he rolls a 2, which is well under his body, so that shit never works except in movies. Okay, gun's been severely abused. I'm going to have it make a check to see if it's jammed. Come on. And the answer is... no, it's not jammed. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out very well. But still, there's a lot of gunfire happening. People are looking around. Stuff is happening. Next person on the list is Tarrant and Thea. Both get to go together. Either of you guys want to do anything?
What about Nick taking a second move?
I was thinking about it, but I've already hogged up a lot of
-6.
people's time, so.
Mhm.
I'll put my second move into opportunity. Go.
Fair enough. Okay, Tarrant, Thea, you guys want to do anything about this?
Yeah, I want to punch him in the fucking face.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Well, you can be more like punching him in the side of the face, but
Oh!
definitely go.
So busy concentrating on me, next thing there's big hammy fist out of nowhere. Wow!
Go. Okay, first of all, you're coming from the side. Second of all, he's concentrating on this person. So I'm going to get you with a +4 bonus.
Oh,
No ands, ifs, or buts.
Pommel
Shit.
power! Oh.
You need it. Don't worry, it's a melee roll, so he gets an opposed roll. He's at -6, so
Yeah, but Rob's doing a cool shot on a.
Yeah, it's true. But so Thea's got, Kerwick's got a -3, which drops him to a total of 11. Rob, did you get more than 11 on that aimed shot? What's your brawling or melee?
Yes. I've got brawling is higher than melee.
Should be pretty
I've got
high.
5 plus rep of 7.
12
No,
plus
wait,
3,
what does it say?
15.
14/15.
Because of your speed boost.
And no, it also
Okay.
depends on what you're using.
Right.
Because there's what is it?
All
You've got a
bonus.
hammer hand or something.
Warpath plus 3.
Yeah. But long story short, it's better than 11, which means you hit him in the face. Okay,
Yeah.
time to roll your damage.
My metal fucking arms.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Did
We've
you
got
use
a,
the
we've
one
got a
with the hammer
medic.
hand?
It's okay. We've got a medic.
You got metal.
He must be dead.
No. One of them has got a hammer hand in it. It's like a you drop a shotgun shell into it, and when you hit somebody, the shotgun shell goes off, and the hand leaps forward to add even more impetus.
Like on
Jesus.
a spring. But I mean, if you
Yeah.
didn't say you were using it, then it's just a normal punch.
Yeah.
I hit him with my left hand.
That's what
Okay.
the doesn't have the hammer. Okay.
I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, but
Left.
you
It's the
still
one
say
without
you.
the hammer hand.
Yeah, you would still say that you would activate it though. So it doesn't just go
Okay.
off just because you
Alright.
use it.
Yeah. Okay. 3d6 plus 2.
Ow.
2d6.
Fuck.
1, 2, 3.
I can't see. I can't see.
Decent. 12 plus 3, 15.
15. Okay. Minus his BTM is shit. You rolled a 15 minus 3. It's 12. So that's 24 points of damage.
Oh, thank you for making up what you're doing. You
Okay.
killed our fixer.
Whoops. I guess we're not renegotiating a better price, guys.
He might walk
I
it off.
can't fix that. I'm sorry.
And
Oh.
okay.
Oh, makes me dead sad.
No. He's
No.
dead. Kerwick is very, very dead. Live
Oh,
people
dear.
have more face than that.
Gosh.
His, basically you punched him in the head and his neck went sideways. There was a click, and then his body fell down and he voided himself.
I
He
thought that was
drew
a one for under his death save.
Yeah.
No. That's the sound of the door on the other side of the truck, swinging open as Stripe jumps to the ground and starts running.
Oh, that's fine.
Someone else to shoot. Oh goody. I can wing him from
Yeah.
here.
He's on the other side of the truck.
Oh, other side of the truck. Sorry. Yes. Right.
Yeah. I mean, he's not stupid. He's literally, looked out the window, seen Kerwick involved in a fight with you, seen him throw you over, and then Tarrant has punched his face off. Literally punched his head off. And he's like, open the door, drop, start running, get far away.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because he's not sure of what's happening.
This
Okay.
job's gone sideways.
Fast, literally.
So I look around.
Mhm.
Anybody want to go fetch our driver?
Well,
I don't
it's
think we're
not
going to be able to convince him.
Yeah, if I go chasing after him, he's only going to run harder.
Yep.
We'll send the diplomat. Send Shirai.
Yeah, there's just one problem with that, is that she's probably not going to be able to catch him.
I don't think I can catch him either.
No, definitely not.
You've got a drone, just like
Who's got a high MA? Okay, it's just...
Shoot him in the leg.
He's on the other
Remember
side.
what
I have to.
happened the last time we decided to punch somebody unconscious? That was 3 or 4 seconds ago.
My plan was gonna work, okay?
Okay, you guys can take a bit of time to think about this, because I'm going to call it here. We're well past 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't even know what to do with that there. Okay, let's just say 6 improvement points, because that was a fairly productive episode. You guys completely and utterly fucked around with everything that I've laid down.
Is that how we earn IP points? Good to know.
Yes, the more we screw John over.
More points,
Incentive.
man.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's true.
Don't make it
Okay.
easy, man.
Guys, thanks for an interesting run. That was What the hell am I saying? I'm lying out my face, but anyway.
Most entertaining.
Yeah. And again, it's sort of followed the same pattern though. It's like, lots of talk, lots of action in the last 10 minutes.
Well, who else knows how to drive a truck? Just, FYI.
Rob.
So, what I'm
I
thinking,
think I could.
because all we have to do is start it up and just slowly just follow, Stripe along and just say, hey, buddy, you might as well get back in the truck. There's nothing else out here for you.
No, stop being a drama queen.
Come on. I think we've just doubled our pay, man. Come on, get back
What's
in
a
the
love
truck.
tap between friends?
Just
Somebody remember to fleece him of his 12,000 creds.
just throw his corpse. Just throw his sleeping body into the back with us, and let's get going.
Okay, no, we'll pause on that then, and we'll finish this off next time round.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for a really interesting session. Good night and goodbye.
Cheers, guys.
Good night. Bye.
Later.
Boy.
Bye bye.